Well, it happened for real. The U.S. government and the Treasury Department has reversed their decision. Just a couple of days ago, they told everyone, all people on Social Security, those on disability, anyone who has not filed, you must in fact file in order to receive the stimulus payout. And we actually gave you a video 2 days ago highlighting that. Last night at 9:30, I was actually sitting down in my son's room and he was going to sleep at 9:30, and I saw the press release on it, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And I almost came down here to do a video last night at like 10 o'clock. And there's a couple other guys I follow, and they did some videos on it, which was really good. But I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. I think I'll get it out. Everyone will be fine with that. So I'm giving you the information now. They did change their tune, and there was a reason why. There was so much outrage. People who are receiving Social Security or disability, and really the best way to think about it is if the government is already sending you a payment every month, they already have your information. So why do you need to do this quote unquote simple tax filing that they were talking about 2 days ago? So many people got a hold of their representatives that the outrage changed the government's mind. And what they did is they relented on it and said, nope, you're right. We already have your information. You do not need to file. So don't file this. There is no simple tax return anymore. They got rid of it. I'm going to show you the actual press release here that occurred last night, and it says this: the U.S. Department of the Treasury and the Internal Revenue Service today announced that Social Security beneficiaries who are not typically required to file tax returns will not need to file an abbreviated tax return to receive an economic impact payment. By the way, if stick around, because I don't think this is done, and I'm going to tell you how I don't think this is done yet. So if you want to know that, stick around until I'm done just reading you this, and this is really short. Payments will automatically be deposited into their bank account. So excellent. And by the way, people are already starting to receive payments, which is a good thing. I've gotten reports of it. I've gotten comments on the channel where people are saying the payment came in. So that's a good thing. I haven't seen mine yet, but they're coming. Social Security recipients who are not typically required to file a tax return do not need to take action and will receive their payment directly into their bank account, said Secretary Stephen T. Mnuchin. The IRS will use the information from the Form SSA 1099 and Form RB 1099 to generate the $1,200 economic impact payments to Social Security recipients who did not file tax returns in 2018 or 2019, and recipients will receive these benefits as a direct deposit or by paper check, just as they would normally receive their benefit. So the question is how do you normally receive your benefit? And that's the way you're going to get it. Now, the reason why I don't think this is done is because I think this covers a lot of people, especially if you're on Social Security and you already receive a payment from the government, or if you're on disability and you already receive a payment. It's just going to be direct deposited the same way or given to you as a check if that's how you receive it. However, there is a lot of people out there who are not in any of those categories. They're either low income earners, they're non-tax filers, or they fall into some other sort of obscure area. And that's millions of people who fall outside of this press release. And I think there's going to be a lot of people in the next coming days who are going to complain to the government, well, what about us? What do we do? And I think the government's going to have to come back out with more information on more individuals that they still haven't given us. And you know what? Honestly, it's okay, because this entire thing is unprecedented. They've never done anything quite like this. Yes, we did have the stimulus in 2008, and it did have some similar aspects to it, but not on this scale. This is completely new, and so they're going to be facing some of these problems. The large majority of Americans are going to it's going to fall into place like normal, and now, thank goodness, for those who receive Social Security and disability. However, there's still a small subsection of Americans that still have no idea how this is playing out for them, and they're going to have to give another press release on that. In addition, if they're able to change their tune on that, there are many people who want them to change their tune on the dependent issue that they've been having, which is if you are an adult and you're filed under as a dependent for someone else or an entity, then you cannot receive this payment. A lot of people are upset about that. They feel like they're the ones who are being left out of this entire thing. And I can kind of see why they would feel like that, because basically everyone else under $75,000 or joint 198 is getting this money. So we'll see if they change their tune with that, or they have an additional bill that they fund those individuals. We'll see. But I figured you guys need to know about this. This is everywhere at this point. It was out at 9:30 p.m. last night. and I decided to stay in my son's room and just kind of fall asleep with him there and then go to bed myself. So I didn't get up and record it last night, but I recorded it now, so hopefully it's helpful for you guys. As always, if you haven't joined the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you come along with me. It's not always going to be reporting about stimulus checks and stuff like that, but we take a look at whatever the biggest news event is of the day. So guess what? In July or August, some big news events are going to be coming out that are not coronavirus or stimulus check related. And I think you guys will be interested in them because I will try to go after them and answer the big questions in the same way, in a way that's really understandable and level-headed and just gets the information out in a way that's nice. So hopefully you guys will stick along with me and subscribe if you haven't. And I'd love to have you come along. So any comments or thoughts about this, leave that below. I love to read them and see what you guys are saying. I've been responding back to nearly everyone. So the channel is still small enough where I can do that, and I'll keep doing it as long as I possibly can. And the encouraging comments, by the way, are really great too. I love to read those. It's not always the easiest, especially with the family, to get in the place where you can kind of look at this stuff and then edit the video together. And when people send those sorts of encouraging comments, it kind of is like, all right, you know, this is cool. Like this is helpful to people, and it's worth it. So, you know, thank you for that. All right. As always, we'll catch you guys next time.